They're strong, smart, alert, the best of the best. The elite bodyguards that look out for politicians, celebrities, business moguls, and all manner of VIPs. Bodyguards literally put their lives on the line to protect some of the most important or most threatened people on Earth. So how do they do it? How do they stay alert, identify threats, and protect people's lives? We sent in some undercover operatives to find the 13 secrets bodyguards don't share with anyone except us. When most people think of bodyguards, they assume that if a threat appears, the guard should be ready to fight someone off or even draw a gun. In fact, if a bodyguard has to reach for any sort of weapons or use his fists, chances are he or she has already failed. The primary goal of any bodyguard is to protect, cover, and evacuate the VIP they're protecting, not go all Jason Statham on any potential adversary. Don't believe us? How about Kent Moyer, the president and CEO of World Protection Group? Moyer disclosed, "We're trained to cover and evacuate and get out of harm's way. The goal is no use of force. If I fight, I failed. If I draw a gun, I failed." That actually leads us right to another surprising secret most bodyguards don't like to share. Bigger is not always better. That's right, guys, you can breathe easy now. While many of us pictured tall, muscled, hulking security people guarding those dashing Hollywood leading men, meaning we'd expect at least a full foot of difference in height between the two, size isn't always an advantage for bodyguards. As we pointed out, bodyguards are not aiming to fight off a bunch of attackers using their bare fists. While some clients who make their way through life as conspicuously as possible enjoy the show of strength a team of massive bodyguards implies, others prefer that their bodyguards can blend into their entourage and the crowds around them. After all, an almost 7-foot, 300-pound shirt-popping muscle man eating dinner at the next table or hanging out around you at a gala event might draw a lot more attention than you need. In fact, Alex Baumberg, the CEO of British bodyguard firm Intelligence Protection, explained the third secret of the bodyguard trade. He likes to look for fast-thinking communication skills and diplomacy over brute strength in prospective bodyguards. Someone who can diffuse escalating situations and effectively communicate potential threats and exit strategies to clients is extremely valuable in this profession. And did you know there's an extra high demand for bodyguards that can speak a few languages? After all, many CEOs and celebrities are constantly jet-setting around the world. Someone who can speak the local language of frequent business trip destinations will always be helpful. So for aspiring bodyguards out there, remember, brush up on that high school Spanish and it might be better than hitting the gym. How helpful should bodyguards be, though? How do they avoid crossing personal lines when they're constantly following, traveling with, and generally by the side of their clients all day long? Well, here's the next unexpected secret of the bodyguard profession. A big advantage in the field is something Dr. Phil might suggest: drawing healthy boundaries. Avoiding becoming part of an entourage can be extremely difficult with very rich or very famous clients. VIPs who are used to a team handling their every whim and request can become too comfortable with their bodyguards and start requesting them to perform menial tasks, such as feeding the family dog or picking up dry cleaning. Bodyguards have to know how to firmly but politely draw the lines so they can focus on doing their actual job. Otherwise, both they and their clients can get into trouble very quickly. While being a bodyguard can seem glamorous, they're constantly around huge mansions in that jet-set lifestyle after all. Spoiler, they don't really get to live like the 1%. They can't be cracking open champagne bottles with their clients or watching the football field-length plasma screen TV. They have to be making their rounds, staying alert, and keeping an eye out for potential threats. Bodyguards who get sucked into the celebrity lifestyle and get too chummy with their clients usually don't last long. Worse yet, some bodyguards start trying to keep up with their clients' day-to-day habits on their own much lower salary. This usually leads to, you guessed it, a good old case of bankruptcy. There are just some reasons why keeping professional boundaries is a must. Even relatively small things like posting selfies with clients while on the job can get someone fired. Speaking of selfies, another bodyguard secret is that social media is a nightmare for them, just like it is for democracy. Let us explain. Either because they love the likes or their job requires them to always have an online presence, celebrities are usually constantly on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or whatever new platform will be stealing our personal data next. This creates a security nightmare, as celebrities may often share their current location on those platforms, or even just enough info in their videos or photos that stalkers, disgruntled ex-employees, or, for the extra cool VIPs, arch enemies, can locate exactly where they are in real time. However, one media source provides unexpected assistance to bodyguards, although most of them would probably love to keep this information secret forever. TMZ. That's right! One of the biggest gossip sites in the world helps personal protection agencies get great client leads. CEOs of security agencies can easily see which celebrities have less than professional bodyguards that aren't providing good protection or even creating problems with the paparazzi. Those celebrities can usually be converted into new clients. Furthermore, gossip and paparazzi sites help keep current celebrity bodyguards training for potential threats. Navigating a usually harmless threat like the paparazzi can help bodyguards identify the best ways to handle situations where a celebrity might be similarly swarmed or approached too closely. Best of all, if TMZ photographers have shown up without a celebrity calling them, in other words, this doesn't apply to any of the Kardashians, bodyguards have now identified a possible information or security leak within the celebrity's entourage or close contacts. Here's a bodyguard secret that's also a celebrity secret. The kind of celebrities that like to tip off the paparazzi also like to hire bodyguards just to show off their status. After all, what says I'm super important more than a swarm of suited-up bodyguards following and protecting your every move? This can make even the least recognizable Real Housewife of Des Moines feel like someone might actually be following her career closely enough to stalk her. For celebrities, that 99.9% of the general public might not recognize them even if they're standing 2 feet in front of them. A group of bodyguards leading the way might make a random passerby say, "Oh, is that person famous or something?" It's a nice ego boost for some. There is one more secret that both celebrities and bodyguards would like to keep from you. A bodyguard isn't there to protect a VIP from other people. Sometimes a bodyguard's there to protect you from yourself. When a celebrity hires someone to provide protection, this means they also have to protect them from accidents and medical emergencies. For clumsier clients, this usually means their bodyguards have a lot more to do. This might sound far-fetched, but statistically, a celebrity is much more likely to trip backstage and sprain an ankle or fall on a hard sidewalk after a few too many martinis than have an armed psycho try to take them out in public. Therefore, bodyguards must try to intercept such accidents, and if they can't, well, that's why they usually carry portable medical kits with them. In that case, a bodyguard also has to try to protect the celebrity from embarrassment. They must get them out of the area quickly if they're in public or surrounded by photographers, and take them to a private location where they can take care of them. It might be a little late to reveal this next secret since we've been using this word for the whole video, but here's another one. Don't call them bodyguards. Turns out a lot of bodyguards hate the name they're given. Most will go by titles like executive protection agents instead. This isn't just them being finicky. The word bodyguard has a negative connotation in a lot of people's heads nowadays. Rather than thinking of someone intelligent, highly trained, and able to protect people who are high-value targets, people usually associate bodyguards with the big, hulking, intimidating members of a celebrity's entourage. Truth is, though people like that exist, they give real bodyguards, executive protection agents, giant headaches. Sometimes VIPs do hire their own security as part of an entourage. The people who work these jobs are usually untrained but larger sized, and usually overly aggressive childhood pals celebrities trust and want by their side. Though the celebrity's intentions may be good in having extra security in the form of someone they trust, these security people generally have no idea what they're doing, but will call themselves security, or you guessed it, bodyguards anyway. If they're working side by side with professionals, it's likely they're going to make their job more difficult and get in the protection agent's way. Bodyguards, yeah, we're temporarily calling them that again because it's easier, can be closer to secret agents than you think. Sometimes bodyguards have to go undercover. This can happen for one of two reasons. Either the client wants protection but doesn't want their protection to be visible, meaning bodyguards have to find a way to blend into the crowd around the VIP or the location in general, or some clients don't take their security too seriously, especially when it's been hired by their company, film, or TV show instead of personally hired by them. This means they're more prone to change plans at last minute, throwing out hours of careful coordination and research by bodyguards to ensure their target is safe. In that case, the bodyguard has to adapt and protect their client any way possible, even disguised. On one job, bodyguards had to go undercover in Azuma in the Bahamas, an island famous for its beach of swimming pigs. To be honest, we could think of worse ways to spend time than snorkeling in the Caribbean and swimming with the cute little piglets, so we won't feel too bad for them. We've already talked about the image that most people have of bodyguards and how it's usually of tall, big, aggressive, burly men. So for VIPs trying to hide their security, it might not surprise you to know that recent years have seen a huge increase in requests for female bodyguards. Single women and VIPs with children tend to especially prefer women guarding them. That's because there are a huge number of advantages for employing female bodyguards over men in some scenarios. Women walking with other female celebrities are less likely to look imposing, out of place, or draw attention. They're more likely to be thought of as personal assistants or friends than male bodyguards. When bodyguards have to protect the children of the family in places like playgrounds, for example, a female bodyguard can also easily be overlooked as a nanny or family friend, and will probably stand out less in the usually majority female crowd at such places. Some of the most high-profile celebrities in the world, including David Cameron, Tony Blair, J.K. Rowling, Beyoncé, and the Duchess of Cambridge, all employ female bodyguards. And you know that whoever was deemed good enough to work for Beyoncé is probably one of the best bodyguards around. And this last secret is a bit of a downer. Being a bodyguard can be kinda lonely. Even though they may constantly be surrounded by their clients' family, friends, and coworkers, bodyguards for high-profile clients can find maintaining their own personal life very difficult. Many VIPs are constantly flying around the world, going out all night, and generally called on to attend last-minute events at all dates and times. This usually interferes with most bodyguards' family and social lives, or doesn't allow them to develop those lives at all. While the constant travel and glamorous events can seem thrilling on the outside, there's definitely a downside. Now that you learned all the secrets of the bodyguard trade, are you ready to go on your first mission to protect a celebrity client? Or better yet, would you rather just continue to discover fun facts and cool stories on our channel? The second is much easier to do. Just click on this video right here, or this video instead.